Guess who's back? Sean and...
Back in chainmail.
No.
With a sword and a shield and some boots. Hello, everyone.
I told you to stop waving.
You have no power over me.
Apparently not. Right, what
Glob.
exactly is the goal of this now?
Alright, so I'm just trying to beat that Taurus demon, that first demon.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Boss,
Yep. I may have forgotten a little bit. I get distracted very easily during this
That's
game.
because we were talking about the weapon stats.
Right. Well, that's over now.
And we did that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, probably. That's fine. People can learn. They're learning things.
Right, so I don't know if anyone noticed, but when I died, I became hollow again.
Oh, did
so
you?
I'm all ugly and stuff again. And my soul count went back to 0.
It's not even so much the eyes and the wrinkles and all that kind of stuff that makes you ugly. It's your weird ass smile in
Yeah,
there.
I was contemplating getting rid of the smile.
Oh, that's right. You actually decided to keep that.
I did.
So you're the reason he's
It's
ugly.
my fault.
You left him ugly.
He's like a happy, kind of hopeful looking.
He's always looking up. Not up in the sky, but always looking up at what else
As
could.
I said, he's the out of place optimist in the game.
Apparently.
He goes with Solaire.
Yeah.
Solaire is also a very out of place optimist. I'll show you what I mean when we get up to him, which is not far from here.
He'll be like, I love the world, and all
Praise the
things
sun.
in it. Praise the moon, maybe, sometimes.
No,
Maybe his sister says that.
maybe.
I doubt it. I doubt he has a
Well,
sister.
that depends on whether he is, in
Most
fact,
people
the
wouldn't-
firstborn of Gwyn or not. There are so many theories behind it.
Let's not make more theories.
Well, I'm not, but the theories that already exist are that Solaire is Gwyn, who is the main antagonist kind of person in the game.
You're an
sort of, not
antagonist.
really. It's so complicated.
You're my antagonist.
But that's what I forgot to do last time. I didn't get the ring.
What ring?
There's a ring down here.
The
A blue
ring of
tear
men.
stone ring.
A blue tear stone ring?
It's a ring so that when you get to low health, it'll boost your attack stats.
Oh, okay. Seems
hey, I
kind
didn't
of
see
somewhat
you.
useful. These are the kind of
Ow.
things also, like stuff like that. Mostly like rings and in certain games like bracelets and whatever they use. Usually rings and bracelets, the two that are in game, like RPGs.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to those stats, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother. I'll just focus on weapon and armor. And
Yeah,
shield,
like
I guess.
there are people who, when playing online multiplayer or whatever, they switch out rings in between battles.
That would be
Like not
awesome
in
to
between,
see.
like during battles, and they do it so quickly it's ridiculous. But I honestly don't see how it's worth it. Like I don't think
You're not
ring
that into the
stats-
game.
I don't think the ring stats really make that much of a difference.
that it actually feels worth.
Like sometimes
doing.
it might be worth the extra like damage you might do on another player, but I like it's choose which rings you want and just stick with it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not really picky with stuff like that. Like this is my kind
It
of...
just seems unnecessary, that's all.
Yeah, fair enough. This is my kind of game in story, but not in gameplay, which is why I watch you play.
Yes.
And it's-
because I don't
it's
just keep
actually-
dying over and over and over and over again.
That's why he's playing as well, because that's exactly what would happen. We actually discussed it, and we're like, hey,
we wouldn't be this far if Storm was in control.
Not at all. I would still...
Not trying to sound mean, but
I would probably still be dying back at the rats in the prison. Wait, or was that after the prison? I don't know.
there was one rat
There was one rat.
after the prison.
I'm pretty sure when I played this, I died to that rat multiple times.
Probably because rats are a bitch.
Okay,
like
well-
if they just get a hit on you, it's really annoying.
At least I'm not
And they
the
have
only
really high
one.
poison damage as well.
Okay. So they're one of the, like, the little enemies that are just annoying as crap, like, no matter what. You just hit him in the junk. Hit him in the junk hard, hit him in the... Can you cut off his tail? Because I know...
Not this one.
Because I know, like, other, like...
Generally, that only happens with dragons. You can cut off their tails.
Oh, okay. Because
Alright, that glowy thing is where I died last time. And if I pick it up again without dying, I get a retrieval.
Which means that he got his mail.
It means I got all of...
It means you got smacked.
It means I got all of my souls back from when I died before.
From once you came... Oh, No, you didn't die? Okay.
That was very close.
That was very close.
He's so gonna kill me.
He could...
I'm gonna die again.
You deserve it.
Curse you, prepare to die edition.
Oh.
Aha!
Hey,
He did
didn't.
really minimal amounts of damage.
But what if... Can't he jump up on top of that thing?
If you wait too long, yeah.
Well, then maybe he will.
I remember one time I was watching someone play it, and he jumped, and he just like flew off and fell off the edge and died.
That is awesome. That is actually something that can happen. Like, that's something that's cool with the not invisible
I remember the
walls
first
being
time
there.
I beat him, I was trying to fight him over here because I didn't actually know the technique to beating him.
And you
and-
just slipped off.
He pushed me off and I died, but then he fell off as well.
Oh.
And it counted as me finishing the boss battle because he
So,
died.
like, when you came back to life, he
he
wasn't
was
there
already
anymore.
dead, and I
Sweet.
still got the souls for it
That's awesome.
because I was able to retrieve them.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
really
yeah,
cool.
sometimes the game glitches out in your favor. A
And
lot of the
sometimes
times it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
Like 10% of the time it'll glitch out in your favor. The rest of the time it'll glitch out and rape you.
Which I'm sure we'll experience lots and lots and lots. Because Dark Souls,
Dark Souls,
yeah, no.
I love it.
I find it interesting.
This is our good buddy.
Solaire.
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 I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight.
He is very
Now that
quiet.
I am undead,
He's so cheery.
I have come
He's
to
very
seek
shy,
You
apparently.
can actually see his face through the eye slits in the helmet.
Oh, you can.
You find that strange?
I never noticed that. That's cool.
Should. No need to hide.
I love his armor. It's so good.
I get that.
It's
He's so buff.
a potato sack. It's pretty much a potato sack.
He's pretty fantastic.
He's
Another
pretty
thing
much a potato sack with
With
a
this
helmet.
game
So I didn't.
is they don't tell you crap.
That's also why I couldn't get through this game.
Like, they don't tell you where to go or anything.
Or if they do, it's riddles.
I see it.
Retarded riddles.
Yes, like the guy at the start that I didn't talk to and I probably should have talked to.
Could
What
that
goes
really
stop?
be mere chance?
When you get dropped off at Firelink Shrine by that giant bird, there's a dude, and you
Oh,
talk
that's
to him,
right, yeah.
and he kind of tells you what to do very vaguely.
Yeah, well, that's how come.
And he's just like,
That's why
in
you're here.
secret, there are two bells of awakening. One above and one below. Ring them both and something happens. Isn't that amazing? That's pretty much his dialogue. And then that's all he says.
Centuries old.
Yeah, which actually represents some part of the game later. But the issue with that is that he just makes it sound like very generic talk.
How much
Yes,
longer your
like-
world and mine will remain in
Even this is probably important and we're talking over it.
Well, what he's doing now is explaining how multiplayer works.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
much. He's saying that
Of course, we
time
know
is
the
askew
only one
and
engaged in this,
worlds
but I am aware
like
of
keep
the sun.
phasing in and out of each other.
Yeah.
Which is how come you're able to summon someone else from their world to come and help you in your world. Because technically they're in a different world, almost like a parallel world.
Okay, so, like, kind of in a
They
way,
keep phasing
each
together and
thingy
stuff.
is like this parallel universe that just all
So yeah,
connect
every player
eventually.
has pretty much their own parallel universe.
Our universe is the best one.
That's because I'm in it. Here's a trap.
What
Let's
trap?
not go that way. Because
Isn't that the dragon thing?
Yeah,
With
it's
with
fire.
Oh, well, that's interesting. And now
Yeah.
and now they're all dead.
And I get the souls for it, except for one. One of them survived.
That's weird. So how do you, like, most people, I don't remember what it's called.
This is a sort of game where you learn from your mistakes.
You're a learn. Oh yeah, true. But most people cut off or shoot off that thing's tail.
Yeah, I don't really
What?
bother.
Isn't that meant to be like the best sword until?
It's
like,
a fantastic sword for this point in the game because it can one-hit nearly everything.
so why aren't you using it?
Because I don't need to.
Just, but
I don't care about one-hitting everything. Alright,
you're a one hit.
so another thing about this game is everything's connected. For example, I am back here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like that's something.
So
that's-
this is that same bonfire, so I don't have to kindle another bonfire to get 10 Estus flasks out of it.
We've talked about this game a lot.
And then I kicked down the ladder, which wasn't there before, so I can just take the shortcut back up. Instead of having to run the whole way around and beat all the enemies again.
Which is ridiculously useful.
Yes. Now, there's something that I do here, which I don't know how many players do it or not, but if you're new to the game, you probably don't.
Pee on the floor.
Because, no.
If you pee right here, a box comes
As
out
you may notice, if I try and go out here, he's going to breathe fire and
and hurt you a bit because you
everyone's
weren't
going
fast
to
enough.
get hurt. So what most people will try and do
Is dance.
is they'll go this way instead. Which there's a few enemies. See,
And then
there's
at
his
that-
tail. If you're down here and you've got a bow, you can just keep shooting his tail if you're a good shot.
Or throwing
And-
knives if you're an even better shot. I think it's throwing knives. Throwing knives that you can get.
I don't know.
There's another.
Why aren't you off the edge?
Oh no, I think it's a crossbow that's like retarded or
So people-
like ridiculously hard to use.
But as I was saying, you can go this way, and this is the way that most people go at the start of the game.
Or you can.
Hang on, I'm focusing.
Okay, you're doing a little shimmy sham, and down
Right.
he goes.
But then if you go in there, as you can see from here, there's a whole bunch of rats in there, and I hate rats.
So you just do everything you can to avoid rats.
So pretty much,
You're like, I'd rather face death than face death by rats.
yes. So
I don't
What
want
I
to be
do-
poisoned and dead. I just want to be dead.
what I do, and what I'd imagine a lot of veteran players do, is if you're quick enough, you can just get in here. The fire doesn't affect you. And then if you just wait here, so he doesn't breathe fire on you because he can't see you, but he knows you're there. So
It's
you
just like, let's go take a look.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
okay.
you wait for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure that's also another way to get his sword.
Yeah,
like
his
you
tail
can
is
go
just-
between his legs and cut
He
his tail
comes
off.
down like that, and if you do it right and you do enough damage, you can just cut his tail there, and you cut it off.
Or you take the claymore and just run.
The claymore is almost as good as the Drake sword, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay then.
And then, as well, if you can time it and you can do enough damage, he will jump back up there,
Or can you also cut his tail?
and his
from
tail
here?
comes down. Eh.
And
But
you
I obviously
smack
don't
him.
do enough damage to one hit the tail
Is
off.
he going to spin around and
No,
breathe
he
fire
flies
on you?
away. He flies away. Once you get to here, he's like, well, there's no point in me hanging around, and he buggers off.
What is that thing on the floor there? Is that an enemy?
What, those things?
Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah, they're just like chilled out hollows.
So
They're
they...
just hanging around.
Okay.
They don't do anything
Do
unless
they
you
give
attack
you more
them.
souls or anything? Or?
They give you like 24 souls each.
So pretty much not worth it, but I guess it can top off something if you need to.
No, yeah, if you need like 72 souls or whatever.
You're a soul.
Alright, so if you listen closely, there's something very interesting that has never been explained by the people who made the game or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. You can hear snoring. Wait for it. Now it's stopped. There you go.
Is that
It's
weird?
kind of snoring. And then
Sure,
if
it
you,
isn't just him.
if you move away from that wall,
Yeah.
it stops. Or you can't hear it as well. But
So it's just specific to that wall.
but if you kill him, oops.
If you say, but if
You know it's not him, because you kill him, and you can still hear it, like it keeps going.
Oh, so it does.
And there's a little door here.
It's a troll.
I don't know, like, it's obviously not big enough for a human
Well,
to walk through normally. Like, you could fit through it, but
But
it's not a human door.
Yeah. Especially in this game, because human doors are like 48 times the size of the... It looks like a little troll house.
But once you kill all 3 of these hollows,
Then it goes away.
then it stops. It's really weird. Just a fun little thing if anyone wants to look into it.
That's really weird.
Yeah, there was never an explanation for it or anything.
Maybe it's one inside.
And there's no other way into that building that I'm aware of.
My thought is going to be that there's one inside, and once you kill them all, it gets scared, so it shuts up. First,
I'm happy to go with that theory.
the first one, it's like, oh, whatever, I'm just sleeping. Second one, it wakes up. Third one, it realizes what's happening, and it's like, I gotta be shush, because he just killed all my brothers.
That
Or
would make sense.
Or sisters.
Alright, so another thing about the way I came up here is I can now open this gate here, which you can't open from this side. And if I had gone the other way, I would have come out here.
Oh,
So
okay.
those rats are just down there.
Okay then.
So you wouldn't have had access to this bonfire down here.
So
So that's just like another extra checkpoint for going that way.
So you get like for taking a harder route, you do actually get
A reward for it.
yeah.
I'm gonna run out of humanity so quickly.
You're humanity. Hey, if you die with having humanity in your little circle thing, do you lose that humanity?
Yes, you do, unless you go and retrieve it.
Okay, sorry, unless you
So
do the
that little green
retrieval thing.
glowy thing, yeah, if you do the
Okay.
retrieval thing, you get it back.
I need a better chair. My ass is not feeling pretty. I won't.
Probably isn't looking pretty either, but you don't need to show me, I'll believe you.
Okay, well, it's okay. I didn't plan on showing you.
Alright, so I've shown you how to get past the Hellkite Drake easily enough. And that's where we'll have to end it for now.
So we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye!
Bye bye.